today's session. So, again, I'd love to welcome you guys to today's session. Today's session will be a bit more detailed. We will be talking about the content that is required for your campaign. I will be taking you through the actual campaign platform as well, how to fill in the information, and then we'll also be talking about how to market and the communication you will use when you're reaching out to your networks.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've shared my screen. I hope everyone is able to see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. So let's start. First, it is important to have a mini checklist. And these are some of the questions that you will need to ask yourself. One is my campaign content ready and have I uploaded it on the platform? So once
Mm-hmm.
I go through the platform today, it will give you a better understanding of how to upload it. And I think from
Mm.
going through the previous campaign, it gave you an idea of what is expected. But we will go into depth on the specifics of what is required in the content. For the video, what are you capturing on the video? For the story, what are you capturing on the story? And also, what details are required for your rewards as well. Okay. Second is, have you considered what marketing approach you will use to promote your campaign? Again, ask yourself, are you going to do phone calls? Are you going to use social media, emailing? There's so many ways in how you can market, and it's very specific to you, the type of business that you have, and the crowd that you're reaching out to. So those are some of the things we'll discuss. And also, the third question is, have you prepared the communication content that you will use when you're reaching out to your networks? So when we say communication content is, what are the templates, the WhatsApp message templates you use or email templates that you use? We'll be going through some that are created to give you an understanding of what would be required or how you can approach it. But as I always say, every business's journey through crowdfunding is different. We are here to guide you, but it's very personal to you. So you take what we give you and you can definitely modify it to what fits you best. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So let's start with the campaign story. When it comes to the campaign story, what we captured last on Tuesday, yes, on
I'm
Tuesday.
not thanking. Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, let me keep you guys muted, but feel free to unmute if you have any questions. So, when it comes to the campaign story, you have to understand that there are people who will may not know the history of your business or may not really understand what your business does if they're hearing you for the first time. So, you need to approach your story in a way that you are sharing it with somebody for the first time, using good and easy language, also compelling story, because like you said, you really want to draw people in and kind of convert them to wanting to support your campaign. So these are some of the questions that I came up with as a guide, that you can answer to kind of curate your um, campaign story. So number one, the question is, who are you? It's good to explain who you are as a person. This is a good opportunity for you to share how you decided to come up with the business. Is it an idea you've had since you were young, or is it something that came up recently, or have you taken over a business from maybe a family member? Everybody has a different background story. So explaining who you are is who you are as a person, and also kind of a backstory of what the business is about. The next one is, what do we do? Since you've already given your backstory, it's important for you to now explain what exactly you do. And that involves, what are the products that you offer and what are the services that you offer. It's a great also advantage because you can also add images in this section. So if you feel like you want to kind of show people a display of what you do or a background image of some of the services that you have, this is perfect to do. And the reason is because most human beings are more visual. And once you're able to add an image, it really helps them kind of have a much better understanding of what it is that you do. The third question you need to ask is, why do we need your help? So you're asking, sorry, why do you need your help? Yeah, you're telling people why their support means much to you. Allow them to understand that this is what I've been able to achieve with my business, but now we want to take it to the next stage. Or there's a new product we want to launch, or there's new machinery we want to purchase, you know? And by supporting us, you'll be able to allow us to cross over and kind of start tackling that new stage in our business. So the reason why we say this is because people are more willing to contribute if they really understand what the money is for and what you're planning to do with it. So it's important for you to kind of allow people to understand, okay, you know what, I've been able to do this, I've been able to do this, but now I do really need your support. One of the reasons why I say it's important to share with people what you've done is because they can already see that you are already doing the best to support you and your business, and you have really put a lot of effort into it. But now you just need that extra support and extra help. Now, once you've tackled that, the first question I tell people to ask is, what's in it for me? So, as a supporter, what am I going to gain from supporting you? And it's a great opportunity for you to kind of give them a snippet of some of the rewards. If you remember the layout of the campaign, you remember that the rewards do appear on the right side, but you can give people a snippet of some of the rewards that are available in short detail in the story as well. And then another thing is also sharing your funding goal. So, for example, if you decided that your first funding goal will be 100,000 Rand or 50,000 Rand or 200,000 Rand, it's important for people to know how you plan to use the money. So, what I tell people is the same way you create a budget when you're going shopping for the house. So, if you're going to the supermarket, you know that you want to spend maybe 500 Rand. You already know how you're going to use that amount. It's the same way that we encourage you to create a budget for your campaign. So you maybe have a goal of raising 100,000 Rand. It's important for you to already know the budget and allow people to understand exactly how that money will be used. And then after that, it's great to thank people in advance and say how much their support will be. You would really appreciate their support, and it would really take you a long way. And these are just some of the questions, all the main questions that really do help people curate a great story. One of the good things is that in our day and age, we do have AI platforms that kind of help us modify the story. Sometimes I've seen people struggle to create the content, and that's understandable. Maybe not all of us are good at creating content. So I do suggest a platform like ChatGPT. I'll share the link via email, and this allows you to put in information. And you can just say that kind of, you can just ask the platform to kind of modify these details for you for a crowdfunding campaign story, and they're able to modify as well. So please take advantage of such platforms. They really do help you in case you struggle with creating a campaign. And in case you may not be able to figure that one out, feel free to let me know. I can take you through a tutorial in our next training session. Okay? Any questions up to there?
Not on my side.
Okay, awesome. Now, next content is the campaign video. So the campaign video is technically capturing what's in the story, but it's now in a video format. So when you're thinking of what content is required, you can always refer to the questions that we had tackled before and use that to kind of narrate the story in video. When it comes to a video is ideally great when it's shorter. So we encourage a minute and a half to 3 minutes. You do find that majority of the time people will shy away if they see a video that's too long, 5 or 10 minutes. So the shorter the video, the better it is. Again, answer all the questions that you would cover in your story. If you have the confidence, it's amazing if you're in front of the camera. If you're not able to be in front of the camera, you can always capture your business in the and kind of speak in the back as well. So it you can always try and see what would be the best approach for you and your business. I will share a couple of campaigns just to allow you to see some of the videos and how people created them, just to give you inspiration. Um, One of the things we've noted is that campaigns that have personal videos are able to raise 105% more than those that do not have. And that just shows on its own how important it is for you to create a video. You do not need a production team at all. Just being in front of your camera is amazing, is good enough. We are lucky to have good cameras in this day and age, which allows us to create some good content. So that's all you need. Again, I will share some campaigns just to give you some inspiration on how you can tackle your video. Next thing is your rewards. Like we said, your rewards are the incentives that really do pull people in. And when it comes to you thinking about your rewards, we do encourage you to ask yourself, would I purchase those rewards myself if somebody else presented their crowdfunding campaign to me? Because at the end of the day, you may create rewards, but it will only convert if they're good rewards and people find value in them. One of the major rewards that we've seen people put up are discounts. And this is great because who doesn't like a discount, you know? At the same time, some people do put branded items like branded t-shirts or just concoction or collaboration of different items within your business. So it depends on what you do. Again, for others, they may find value in offering rewards that are maybe not even linked to their business. For example, we do have individuals who have a business idea and they still crowdfund. For them, they don't have maybe a physical discount or item to offer, and they decide to offer something different that is not even linked to their business because they know people will find value from it. But at the end of the day, they do know that their goal is to bring in the raised amount to go into their business idea. So again, rewards are very flexible, but they have to be relatable to your networks. And that's why we encourage you last time to identify your networks because that can give you an idea of what rewards they would be interested in. And also just navigating the market and seeing what are some of the products I have that may be popular to people. Giving a limited discount would be great as well. So those are some of the things to consider. Next, so now I want to go through our platform. So allow me to change my screen real quick. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to interject and share.
Nothing so far. Thank you very much, Rose.
Okay, awesome. So, yeah, it's loading. Just 1 minute. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So now this is the Thunderfund platform logged in. So what you do is you do thunderfund.africa. You create an account with your email and password that you use. Verify your account, which the verification will be sent to your email address. And once you log in, this is what you see. If you've created campaigns before, they will appear here. So I have a few test campaigns that I had created. And then if you want to start a new project, you click on Start Project. So the first step you do is click here. This will take you to the basics page. Here is where we gather basic information. The first one will be the country that you're located in. So you do know we're in Gambia, Kenya, and South Africa, and others for those who maybe found our platform and are not in the countries that we are available at the moment. The reason why we add that is we do like to know who are interested in crowdfunding. Like we said, we really do want to expand to more countries in Africa. So here you can add the name of a project. After that, select the category that your project falls in. So we have added quite a number of categories. Try pick the one closest to, if it's not spot on, pick the one that's closest to the type of business that you're involved in. Second, we have the currency. So we do encourage using South African Rand at the moment only because of the matching funds. However, we do have the option of having it in US dollars as well. And the reason why is because you find that some campaigns have majority of the supporters out of the country and they relate with US dollars more. But at the moment for you, I would encourage using South African Rand, only that it helps us match your funds more accurately when it comes to the standard bank matching funds. So once you've selected that, what is your target amount? So let's say 10,000 Rand, okay? Select the duration. So we have several, 15, 30, 45, and 60 days. Majority of the time, we do encourage you to select 30 days first. And then from there, in case you want to end your campaign early because you've reached your goal early, it is very possible. You just send us an email and we're able to do so. However, if you want to extend, that's also possible. You can send us an email and we can extend the days of your campaign. So normally we encourage you to start with 30 days. It's usually the most ideal number of days. You don't want it too short and you also don't want your campaign to be too long. One of the things we realize when your campaign is too long is people go like, oh, I still have time, I'll contribute later. And they end up forgetting and maybe they don't end up doing so. So 30 days is always a good number. And then after that, it's important for you to now put a brief description of why you're creating a campaign. You can say, I'm creating a campaign to launch a new machinery that can help me produce new products that I have in mind for my business. And maybe you can briefly explain what those products are. You can say, maybe I'm struggling a bit and I want to raise money to kind of sustain the staff that I have and the payments that we currently have. There's so many different reasons why people set up campaigns. So it's for you to just give a brief description as to the reason as to why you're setting up your campaign. Okay. So I'll just type something real quick and submit. Once you submit, we go to this page. So this page is divided into several categories. So we have the summary, which will show you kind of an analysis. Right now, we're in the draft stage. And the draft stage is the stage where we are putting in all the information. And once we're done, we submit at the top and it moves to the submitted page sector. And then once it's been approved, we go to approved. And once it's live, it goes live. And once it comes to an end, we go to that position. You can view the analysis of your campaign also by you're able to see the number of backers you have so far, the amount you've raised, and the days that are remaining. So the basic information is what we already captured before, okay, which is this sector. Next, we're going to the customization stage. So the customization stage is the stage that allows us to now add more information. That is the video, that is the story, and some images as well. So let's start from the top. Here is where you add your story. It will be a written story. And from there, you are able to modify your paragraph. You can put titles and put them in bold or italics or point form. And then here you're able to insert images. So how you insert images is where your cursor will be, is where the image will come in. So this is just where you create your story. Once you've done that, we have the project video. So with the project video, your video has to be uploaded on YouTube first, and then you come and add a YouTube link here. So the YouTube link is supposed to be copy pasted here. For those who may not have a YouTube page and may need assistance with uploading the video, you have the option of sharing the video with us, and you can upload it on the Thundafund YouTube page, and then you can use it. However, I think it's quite simple when it comes to uploading. In case you struggle with that, again, you can feel free to reach out. We can share a guide on how to upload a video on YouTube. Now, once you put the video, the link to the video, the next thing you need to add is a thumbnail image. So what is a thumbnail image? A thumbnail image basically is an image that represents your campaign or represents your business. It's just an image that people just allows people to have an idea of who you are or what you are, what you do. So you can either decide to customize and create an image that represents your campaign. Alternatively, people use their business logo most of the time because that's the main image that kind of represents your business. So it's very flexible on what image you want to use here. That is definitely up to your preference. And then at the bottom, you have the option of adding your social media links. So if you have a Facebook page, you can add it there. If you have a Twitter page, you can add it there. YouTube, a website, or Instagram. So for now, these are the main social media links that are available. We do continue to modify our platform, and we will have an option that can allow you to also add other links. For example, maybe you appeared on a forum and the interview was uploaded online, and you want people to view that, you can add those links as well. Anything that is just linked to your business. So that is a customization stage. Any questions up to there?
Not on
I'm
my
good.
side.
Okay.
It's me. I want to know because me, I started already. So I must start again or I must continue with it.
What stage are you on? Did you already submit your campaign?
No, I never submit. I think I must
Okay.
do. Yeah.
If you didn't submit, you can still make changes and edits. So no
Okay.
worries. And also, even if you submitted and you still want to make changes, it is still
Mm.
possible for you to reach out to our team and make the changes as well. So we
Oh,
do not limit you on what you did first. We do understand that you may want to change some things. That's very possible.
okay.
Okay, great. Now,
Okay.
the next stage, once you've done that, at the bottom, you select save changes. At the moment, because I haven't added anything, I'm not going to click on that. So once you've done with customization, you go to the rewards. Now, you have the option of adding as many rewards as you like. However, the minimum number we encourage is 3, and the maximum is around maybe 5, 6. The reason is because when you put less than 3, you're not really giving your supporters that many options. You're only giving them 2 options. And like we said, rewards have to be of different amounts, and people have different financial capabilities. So you want to add a couple of more. And we always think that 3 is a good number. And if you put way too many, people get a bit confused or overwhelmed because they are lost for choice. They're quite a number. So we always think that between 3 to about 5, 6 is a great number. It allows you to have many options, enough options that is not too overwhelming, but allows people to have choices and options. Now, when it comes to the reward amount, this definitely also depends on your networks. For some people, majority of their networks are able to contribute between 1 to, let's say, 1,000 rand. So for them, they'll play around with rewards within that amount. For other people, maybe their crowd are comfortable with between 500 rand to, like, let's say, 5,000 rand. So again, when we say analyze your networks, the reason why we say so is because it allows you to understand what reward amounts would be appropriate for your crowd. Okay. Now, when it comes to adding your rewards, the first thing you do is add new reward. Okay. Rewards come in different forms. It could be so this we have different donation and equity. Sorry, this was an error which is supposed to remove. Select donation. The reward type is what differs. You may have a physical or non-physical reward. The reason why it's important for you to select this is because if you decide to give a physical reward, let's say, for example, you're giving out branded t-shirts, you may need more information from the person who's supporting because you need to deliver it to them. So it's important for you to select what type of reward it is. If it's non-physical includes something that can be sent via email or so on. For example, a discount. You don't need to send it through a post office, or it needs to be delivered. So it's good to ask yourself what type of reward you have. So I'll go through both. Right now we'll select a non-physical item, okay? And then what is the name of the reward name? I'll say maybe 5% sorry, discount voucher. Okay. And then you can describe. Maybe you can say for you can get a 5% discount for from our business if you maybe purchase items worth to 500 rand or more, or 200 rand or more. So it's for you, your business more, so you can understand what discount would work well for you and won't harm your business, but at the same time you believe will pull people in. So the description just allows you to give a bit more detail about what the reward is, so that the person who's purchasing can understand what it is. It's kind of like when you go to a website and you're purchasing an item, you have a description place where you're able to describe the particular item that is being purchased. Number after that, it's for you to select unlimited or limited quantity. So do you want to limit the number of vouchers that are being purchased, or do you want it to be purchased with as many people as possible? So if it's with as many people as possible, it remains as is. But if you want to kind of only have it available to only 20 people, then you're able to add and specify that I only want the quantity to be available to only 20 people. Okay. Next is the percentage, the pledge amount. So how much is the person contributing in order for them to get a discount, a 5% discount? For there, like I said, you know your business best. It's good for you to analyze. I'll just put a random amount like 200 rand and you'll get a 5% discount, or even let's say 100 rand and you'll get a 5% discount. Now, after that, it's important to add the delivery date. When will the individual receive their reward? So the reward can only be delivered after your campaign comes to an end. So, for example, if your campaign will be running for a month, right now we're going through training. We do see your campaign going live at the end of the month. So that's the end of June. The whole month of July, you will be running your campaign, meaning that the possibility of when this individual will receive the reward is in August. So now you select August. However, if you need more time or if you want to give the discounts at a different month, that's perfectly fine. You can either decide to select August or September or another month that you want them to receive the reward. Once you've done that, add an image that can represent your reward. So the reason why we say this is because sometimes if the rewards are physical items, you want people to see how they look like. But also the appearance of the campaign on the website looks really nice when you put images in your rewards. If you don't have an image or if it doesn't require an image, you can always create an infographic on Canva or any other platform. But if you do have an image, it's great to add one so that people can see what exactly you're offering. And once you've done that, you're able to save. So I'm not able to save because I haven't added quite a number of details, but that's basically how you're able to create a reward for a non-physical item. Any questions up to there?
Not
No
on my
questions
side.
so far.
Okay.
No questions.
Okay, great. Now, once you've done that, you go and add, you save, and then you add a new reward. Okay, so I can't save because I haven't put in information, so let me just cancel. But if you're able to save, you're able to add a new reward. So now I want to go through what's it called? Physical item. So let's say it's a physical item. The reward, let's say it's a sweatshirt. Give a description of what the sweatshirt is. You can say that they are available in 4 colors, pink, yellow, green, orange, I know those are bright colors, but yeah, you can say the sizes that are available, maybe small to double XL, and so on. If you want a limited number, let's say maybe you only have 50 that are available. After that, you can say the pledge amount maybe is 1,000 rand. Delivery date will be in September, or let's say because maybe if you're custom making them and you need more time, you can say November. You can add an image of what the sweatshirt would look like. And then now we come to the shipping. So what happens is if you are adding a reward that needs shipping, the shipping cost will not be applied to you. The shipping cost will be applied to the person who's supporting you or purchasing it. Because what happens is if the shipping cost is applied to you, you end up deducting quite an amount of money from the amount that you've raised. So we always apply the shipping cost to them. Now, one thing we've realized with supporters is that they have supporters from different countries. You cannot put one amount that would be available to someone you're delivering in South Africa and let's say somebody you're delivering to Kenya. So you have to ask yourself, do you want your rewards to be available only to people in South Africa, or do you want to expand and have it be delivered to people all over the world? Now, if you want it to be delivered to South Africa alone, select local and then put in an average amount that you believe will be great to cover for people within South Africa. So let's say, for example, I'll just put a random number like 50. Okay. Now, if I've realized that I do have a crowd that is international, I have the option of selecting international. If I don't, and I don't want to do delivery, you just have to not click and save. But if you want to include international people as well, you click international. Now, when it comes to international, you can either put one amount that can be used by people worldwide. So, for example, if I decide to put 300 Rand, this is the amount that whoever is purchasing from all over the world will apply. But in case I do know which countries they're coming from, I can be a bit more specific. I can say that I'll add a country. For example, I'll add Angola, and I know Angola will cost me 400. I can add another country. I know I have people in Australia, and Australia I'll put 500. So the reason why it's set up like this is it allows versatility in terms of how you apply the shipping cost. Again, we really don't want you to deduct too much from what you've raised. So this allows you to be a bit more specific. Again, with international delivery, charges are completely different. So by being able to select the country and the amount for each, that would be perfectly fine. So once you've selected your countries and you're done, you're able to save your reward. Okay. And that's how you create your rewards. Any questions in regards to creation of your rewards?
We're good.
Not on my side.
Okay, great.
No questions.
Okay, awesome. Then it seems that I'm doing quite well in explaining. Okay, so
You are doing extremely well, trust me.
okay, that's good. Now let's go to the next sector. This is the banking and verification section. And here is where you add your banking details, your some personal details, and I'll explain why for each. Okay. Now, when it comes to your money being withdrawn, we normally do a bank transfer. Sometimes in Kenya, mobile money is very popular. We use it for everything. So we have both option of withdrawing via bank or withdrawing via mobile money. Since you're based in South Africa, for now, we're only able to withdraw via bank. And here is where we will require you to put in your details. So you start with your account name. So is it this is very random, your name, if it's Rose or Pumi or whoever, and then the bank name, of course it has to be Standard Chartered. I mean it's a standard bank, sorry. The account type, is it a current account, savings account, transmission account, whichever it is. Put in the account number and then put in the branch code. Now, when it comes to you receiving the funds, you receive the funds after the campaign comes to an end. Remember that our platform has multiple payment options. So some people are contributing using card, some people are contributing using PayPal, and others are contributing using bank transfer. So they normally come to our accounts first. And then once your campaign comes to an end, we send them to you. So always be careful to make sure that your details are accurate. However, for security purposes, we always confirm the details with you again before dispersing the funds to you. So that's the bank details. Once you put in the bank details, we have the contact details. So the primary contact and the secondary contact. The primary contact will automatically pick up the details that you registered with, but you have the option of making the adjustments. And then after that, make sure that you add a phone number. A secondary contact, the reason why we have a secondary contact is sometimes in case we're not able to get in contact with you, we would want a secondary contact. So find someone that you can confide in or someone that you're happy to be able to receive the details that we're sharing. However, if you know that you yourself will be available and you don't need a secondary contact, it is not compulsory for you to add one. But for security purposes, if you do have someone that you confide in or you work with, you can always add. Okay. And then after that, we encourage that you add your ID. It can either be your ID or it could either be your passport. And the reason is just for security purposes as well. Also, in case you are running an NGO, like we said, NGOs get a 5% platform fee, while other businesses get a 7% platform fee. So in order for us to give you that 5% if you're an NGO, we will need a document to confirm and verify that your business is an NGO, and that document needs to be added here. So all you need to do is browse and select it from your computer and add it there and then save changes. Okay, so any questions for the bank and verification section? Oh yeah, and at the top,
Not on my side.
okay, at the top I didn't select this. So at the top you have company, individual business, or non-profit. So you can select which one you fall under. Okay. So once you've filled in all that information, all you need to proceed and do is submit project. Once you submit your project, you will get feedback via email within 24 hours. So if you submit it today, tomorrow morning before afternoon, you should have feedback via email. And what the feedback contains is if either you have any adjustments that are required, are there any changes that you need to do to your project, any additions that you need to add, and just other details as well, just that you may need to know prior to your campaign going live. Okay. The lady who, my colleague, I do have a colleague who is the one who reviews your campaign and sends you the feedback. She will be creating a WhatsApp group before the end of the week, like I said, where we will be able to discuss more, but she's the one who will be reviewing your campaign. So once you submit, she will review, and once she reviews and there are any changes, she will revert it back to you for changes. If not, she will proceed to approve your campaign. Okay, so that is the process of creating your campaign. Any questions before we continue the presentation? Or I hope everything is clear.
Everything is clear thus far.
Okay, awesome. So let's head back to the presentation. Awesome. So now, campaign communication. Number one, it's important to create communication templates. That is for before your campaign goes live, while your campaign is live, and also after your campaign is live. One of the things we said is that it's important to notify people in advance that you are about to run a campaign. You will notice that we do encourage people to launch their campaigns towards the end of the month. And the reason why is because that's the time when people are being paid, that's when their pockets are a bit more flexible and friendly. So that's why we say let them know in advance so that they can budget you in and are able to support you. So one of the reasons why campaign communication is important is because number one, it allows consistency. If you have a template, you're able to communicate the same message to different people. Of course, we do encourage that you modify it according to who you're reaching out to. If it's friend and family, we said it's a little bit it's informal. If it's customers that you interact with, it's semi-formal, so it's important for you to have templates and then modify it accordingly, and it just allows consistency. It also allows efficiency. By having a template, you don't have to sit down every time you're texting or reaching out to somebody and having to create the message all over again. So it definitely saves the time and saves the effort when you have a template. And also, like I mentioned before, it's also customizable. You're able to customize it depending on who you're reaching out to. So these are one of the main reasons why we say it's important to create your communication in advance. Now, I will go through a couple of templates, pre-launch and also after you've launched your campaign. Here is an example of a template I created that you can send to people prior to you launching your campaign. So it says, "Hi Rose, exciting news. We are launching a crowdfunding campaign to take our business to the next level, and we want you to be a part of it. By supporting our campaign, you'll invest in our future and help bring our game-changing products to life. Look out for our campaign launch in a few days, and don't miss out on our early supporter rewards. Thank you for your support." So this is an example of a template you can use before your campaign goes live to prepare people in advance. Now, another template we have is a WhatsApp template, and this is a template that you can share once your campaign goes live. And it says, "Hi Rose, I hope you have been well. I'm excited to share with you my latest project, a crowdfunding campaign to support." And then you can insert either the name of the project or the reason why you're setting up a project. Okay, so we are currently raising funds to bring this project to life, and I would love your support. You can check out our campaign page here. So you insert the link and choose from a variety of rewards available. And even if you can't contribute financially, sharing this campaign with your friends and family would mean the world to me. Thanks for your support, and let me know if you have any questions. So you'll find that with WhatsApp, it's a bit more semi-formal. It's not too formal because I feel like WhatsApp is a very friendly avenue. If it's social media, here is something you can post on your social media platform. Attention everyone. And when you say attention, you don't have to say it that way, but it's just being playful, depending on the type of business that you have. We're thrilled to announce the launch of a crowdfunding campaign to support our business, and you can put the name of the business. Our business has a vision too. You can insert your mission, your value proposition, or some of the things you hope to achieve. And we're asking for your support to help us make it a reality. By contributing to our campaign, you'll not only be helping us grow our business, but also have the chance to get some amazing rewards in return. You can check out our campaign page here to learn more about our story, our business, and the rewards we're offering. We'd be so grateful for your support and for sharing our campaign with your friends and family. Together we can make our vision a reality. And then if it's social media, hashtags are also great. So you can Google and see what are some of the hashtags for my type of business that are ideal for crowdfunding. Okay. Now, here is an email template. With an email, you can get away with it being a bit longer. So what it says is, I hope this email finds you well. I'm reaching out to you today to share some exciting news. We've launched a crowdfunding campaign to support our business. As someone who has shown interest in our business before, I thought you might be interested in supporting our campaign. With your help, we can take our business to the next level and continue to deliver on our mission of, then you can add your mission and value. So we are offering a variety of rewards to our backers, including, plus by supporting our campaign, you'll be helping to make a difference in the lives of our customers and in the community. You can check out our campaign page here to learn more about our story, our business, and the rewards we're offering. And even if you're not able to contribute financially, we would be grateful if you could help us spread the word by sharing our campaign with your friends and family. Thank you so much for your consideration and support. Together, we can make our business vision a reality. Okay, so those are some of the templates that you can consider using, modifying, but it's just allowing you to have an idea and of what templates would look like. I would love to ask you guys a question. So let's start with Pumi. What are some of the communication channels you feel you'll be leaning more towards? Is it WhatsApp? Is it email? Is it social media? Also, which ones?
I think more social media, with what is it, TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, because I realize as I do a lot of my marketing and designing for Also Fresh, I realize that capturing even with pictures,
Yeah.
it gets people talking. So I'll definitely be using a whole lot of those, as well as WhatsApp.
Okay.
With the contacts that pretty much all of us have. I think
Yeah.
it's fantastic because then you can send it through to your friends and then they get to send it through their friend and it just spreads out like that. So I'll be doing majority those two because it's very easy. It's right now. Emails, yes. But I also know that with my contacts, they may take a day or two to get back to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll be using mostly those two quite frequently.
Awesome. Social media is definitely grown on businesses. Especially I've seen a lot of small businesses who start off to gain that kind of immediate traction. Social media, TikTok has definitely blown up, but that's great.
Yes.
Thank you, Pumi. Skinny.
Thank you.
What are some of the what communication channels do you see yourself using?
Was that question for me?
Yes, also yes, it is for you. Sorry.
Oh, so you're asking generally in our business or for this particular campaign?
For this particular campaign, from what we've shared so far, what do you think are some of the?
You know what? I think for me, every channel is very important, and I'm just learning the importance of consistency. You know, we have a huge community of almost like 100,000 followers when you put together our different social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, including mine as well. So I'm going to be using the business social media and my social media platforms. We have our own online store as well that we've had
that's incredible
for over 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And all our customers leave their emails there. So we've got a long list of emails of active customers that I think would like to contribute something.
Yeah.
But also, I think you gave us an assignment to just put together a list of a network, you know, that we think will help us. So I have 69 individuals that I have a close relationship with that I think will be very critical in helping us in our campaign.
Awesome. That's good. I'm
sure.
glad you did the assignment. That's great.
Yeah. For me, it's just, you know, it's just being humble and just asking for help on every platform. You know, I don't think any one platform is gonna guarantee us success. I just want to go all out for this one.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also when it comes to email, you know, emails don't always have to look as boring or mainstream as we're used to it looking like. You can always play around with it and put images in there, you know, and kind of put different fonts, and because at the end of the day, you want that email, you want somebody to actually, when they open the email, they really want to see, okay, what is this about, So
Mm,
feel free to do research and play around and see what you can do with emails to kind of make it look really nice. Like
absolutely.
there are people who have websites and they send out newsletters, and they're looking really pretty and really nice. So you can also consider doing that as well. Yeah. Great. Next, I'm so sorry if I butcher your name. um, please just share your name with me so I can learn how to pronounce it before I.
My name is Kalalelo, but just to shorten it, you can call me Lelo.
Lelo. Okay, Kala.
Okay. I think I would be using mostly social media and WhatsApp because that's where I am mostly active with my business.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, awesome. Also, one thing like Skinny mentioned that is very important
Mm.
with social media is consistency. Um, kind of create a calendar and come up with different things to update. Your posts don't have to be about contribute towards my campaign every other time. It could also be giving people updates and say we have reached 10% of our goal. Thank you so much for those who have crowdfunded, for those who are interested in taking us to the next level, like here's the link. You can kind of do mini even countdowns, of the days that are remaining. I remember we had a musician who did a countdown of the last 10 days. So every day it goes like 10 more days to go, 9 more days to go. And that kind of tells people, okay, I don't have that much time. I need to contribute, because people tend to procrastinate and go like, I'll contribute towards the end. So with social media, you can definitely play around with it. That's the good thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly. So, oh yeah, you like the countdown idea for me? Yeah,
Yeah, it's very
Absolutely.
good.
It's actually
Yeah.
quite brilliant.
Yeah, and
It
you
is.
create like posts and put numbers, 2 days to go, five. So there's so many different approaches. I would encourage just doing a bit more research online about social media and crowdfunding, and just to see what tactics would work best for you and your business. Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. So let's go to marketing and some of the tips I would consider people to implement when it comes to marketing. And one of them is start early. It's important to start promoting your campaign early in advance, even before you launch, as early as now, because like we said, you want to prepare people in advance and you just want to let them know what you're working on. Imagine you launching your business. If you're working on your business and you launch your business, you have to tell people in advance for them to know, like, okay, I know he or she is launching the business on this day. This will prepare me and remind me to check out their business or to visit the location on that day and have a launch day. So it's quite similar with crowdfunding. You need to tell people in advance so that they are aware of what you are about to launch and allow them to prepare as well. Number two is leveraging your networks. I remember when we talked about networks, we said there's a first, second, and third degree. When we look at the first degree of networks are your friends and family. Those are the ones you want to leverage, because you can easily let them know that you can actually help me by sharing this with your other friends as well, because it's kind of like a chain. You start with one person tells two people, each of those two people tell two other people, and so on and so forth. And that's why we say promote your rewards, because somebody within those networks may find value in your reward and decide to actually purchase the reward, as a way, without even realizing that them purchasing is actually supporting your campaign. So leverage your networks and encourage them to share your campaign with other people as well. Um, Next is creating compelling content. I I will really emphasize this a lot. You do find that, especially, let's look at donation campaigns. I remember there's a part of Kenya that tends to be extremely dry, and getting food and water is really a hassle. And you do find people launching crowdfunding campaigns to support them. And sometimes you even look at the wording that has been used. It's really compelling, and it really allows you to understand, okay, I'm very privileged to have what I have, and these people are struggling. Let's chip in and help. When it comes to your campaign now as a business, when we say compelling story, is just allowing people to really understand the journey you've been through with your business, the ups and the downs, some of the struggles you have, some of the celebrations you've had, and just allowing them to see that vision. Your business is very personal to you. Try push that to them and see how personal it is to you, and just allowing them to see that I am actually going to add value to this business by contributing. So make sure that you have a great, compelling content, and that's mainly your story and your video. Okay. And then choosing the right social media platforms. Different businesses associate with different social media platforms. For some, TikTok is amazing. For others, Facebook is amazing. For others, maybe Twitter is amazing. So again, it's good to cut across all social media platforms, but make sure that you do give a lot of attention also to the ones that are more valuable to you and your business as well. And also make sure when you're creating content, create it in a way that is relatable with people and is relevant. The language you use, the images you use, the approach you use, try look at it from their perspective to see whether it makes sense to them as well. Also, when you're creating campaign, you can consult your friends and family, your business associate, and any other person to kind of review and ask them for their opinion. Sometimes we get so concentrated in creating our own campaign. Sometimes you need an extra set of eyes for them to identify and see something you didn't see. So feel free to kind of bring in people to review and help you as well when it comes to creating your campaign. Fifth point is to post on a regular basis. People need to be reminded. So consistency and creating excitement and anticipation is great. So make sure that you post as regularly as you can. Like I said, your campaign will be your second job. So you have to put in a lot of effort in it in order for it to be successful. And also having a good pitch. One of the things I realized is I did a training session on pitching your crowdfunding campaign for a group of businesses. And I remember I requested one person to pitch their campaign. And they realized pitching your campaign and knowing about your business, pitching about your business and knowing about your business are two different things. You have all the details, you know everything about your business, but being able to articulate it to people is a whole different story. So, in as much as you will be using social media and WhatsApp, you may find yourself in a situation where you need to talk to people either via phone or face to face. So, it's very important for you to be able to pitch your campaign and to also allow people to understand what crowdfunding is and why you are creating a crowdfunding campaign. So, what I tell people is practice a pitch verbally. You can either record yourself and watch yourself back on your phone. You can either practice in front of the mirror, or you can request a close individual to you to listen to you as you pitch. So it's very important for you to practice your pitch, and it does go a long way, not only in crowdfunding, but also in other avenues as you continue to grow your business. So yeah, another daily checklist. I tell people, have a list of 5 phone calls you'll make in a day, 5 personalized messages you may make in a day, 5 emails you'll make in a day, a social media post, and also just asking a friend to share a campaign. It doesn't have to be 5 people every day. You know your networks and the number of networks that you have, but just make sure that every day there's something you've done. You may not do all of this on one day, but just make sure that there's something that you've done to kind of bring people towards your campaign. And again, it will help kind of make sure that you have that consistency in terms of contributions that are coming in. Okay. So that comes to the end of today's session. Do we have any questions in regards to communication and marketing?
No. Quick one, Rose. You said that you would recommend doing 30 days, and in those 30 days you can extend it to 45 or 60 days. Yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted to ask. It's actually not a question. I just wanted confirmation.
And you don't even have to extend it to 45 or 60. You can even extend it for just 3 days or 5 days.
It's okay.
Yeah, but it is
possible. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, great.
No, that's all on my side. This was very straightforward and clear, and also we're going to get the recordings, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, cool. I'll just go over it over and over again.
Yeah, also, and I'll also share the presentation as well. So if you got the previous email yesterday, you'll find that the presentation is also attached in case you don't want to go through the whole video.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Any other question?
No questions for me.
Okay. No questions from my side.
When's our next class?
It will be
sorry, Skinny.
So
No
our
stress.
next class will be next week, Thursday, just to finalize.
Okay.
And the reason is I
Okay.
want to give you guys time to kind of work on the
Yes.
content and everything. So we do have a week before our next session. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Now, the next thing I would want you guys to do as an assignment is create your communication templates. So if it's email, try create a template for yourself. That would work best for your networks. If it's WhatsApp, create one as well. Also create a pre-launch template, and you can start working on some social media ideas. You don't have to, I know social media takes a lot. You don't really have to complete it in the next week, but at least you can start thinking about some of the ideas that you can implement. And then the other assignment is reach out to at least 5 people and communicate to them in advance about your crowdfunding campaign. It can be friends, it can be family, it can be business associates, it can be whoever. But I do encourage you to start with the first 5 people. And the reason why is because when you reach out to them in advance, they start having questions, and it also allows you to anticipate some of the questions you will get from people, and it allows you to prepare as well. Okay, so that's all for today's session. What we'll cover next week is just how to manage your campaign. Next session won't be very intense. However, like I said, if you do have any questions or anything that you'd want me to maybe touch on a bit more, please feel free to let us know on the emails via email, and we'll definitely make sure that we do try and cover it as well. Okay, so I'd love to thank all of you for joining today's session. It was very interactive. I'm really excited
Thank you.
to see how your campaigns turn out. Like I said, you're not in this journey alone. We're here to help and support in anything that you need. Okay?
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Have an amazing weekend, and we will catch up next week on Thursday.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you very
so
much.
much.
Bye,
Rose.
ladies.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Skinny.
Bye.
Bye, Lelo.
Ooh, Skinny.